to Detroit and Ford Field as we anticipate a terrific matchup in this one. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Ready to get this thing started and open the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Give to the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's talk for a second about Houston. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they've tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Finding an escape route. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looking left. He's got an open man. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul. It really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Cougars have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello! They draw 1st blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Motion from the back. Now on the move. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Provo. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a 1st down.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Provo. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Looking to throw again. The short hands. It's Perkins.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
They go to the ground. At the 35, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Lemon. They'll finally drag him down, but not before. Gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and we saw that right there.
Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Lemon. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can spell the touchdown from here. The Cougars didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
They'll move the wide receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Cougars. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's John. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensive...
Pulls it in on the left. Off and right. Pass the tag. Touchdown, Maryland! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They'll try the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On third down, he drops the throw. That's caught. It's back. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
Grab near the marker. It's back. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the right. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows one or two more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
To the air on second down. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Looks like he's going to bring it out. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Perkins. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Provo. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And the Terrapins moving quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And an empty backfield here on second and short. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. He wants to take the top off. He's got it along the sideline. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work first and 10. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity. You know, listen, once you get past the 50, offensive coordinators, that's when they want to dial up shot plays. You got a little bit of space on the field still left. Everything's not condensed tight like when you get...
There he goes. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. From the gun. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Terrapins! They punctuate the chant with a trip to the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Alvarez. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air on first down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Complete downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Houston going up tempo. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Snagged out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Lemon. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads it left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a...
Lofts one high and deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll leave it with him. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in a game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You could tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only could he tell, everyone in the stands could see that guy was absolutely wide open.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He'll field the punt and look for room. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Houston offense comes onto the field. The option look. He'll toss it. Makes it past the marker. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards. He's in the zone right now.
And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Cougar! And they take it in for 6 more points. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finds his man. It's Provo. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Takes a hit as he fires. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Catch in the middle, it's Provo. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The short hands, it's Provo. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. They'll send the back in motion. On the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. The Terrapins are on the move. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Perkins. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Now rolling to the left. Fires on the run. He caught it. Touchdown, Maryland! And here they come, almost all the way back. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and move.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Here's a hit. Just a little off. Incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And on 4th down, they get through and it's blocked. Not gonna get there as this defense makes a stand.
And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
To the ground with the back. He's got room. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll ride the hot hand. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Terrapins! The defense putting points on the board. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, man. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Coming out with it, it's Alvarez. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. One final play before the end of the quarter. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. The screen, and watch out. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Maryland! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Catch in the middle. It's Lemon. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. It's complete to the right. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Caught near the sticks. It's Ruiz. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. He sends 3 receivers right, maybe looking for man coverage on the left on 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Makes the grab. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone.
Turning it on. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Fires to the big fella. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
And the defense holds firm. No pickups at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quick strike complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He splits the upright. They take the lead just over a minute to go, and now, guys, the challenge, try to stay on top. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Lemon. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Fourth down, gotta have it here. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams.